Hello, class. Good afternoon and welcome to the study of economics. I am Edward Thomas, your teacher for this particular subject. Today, we want to look at demand as our topic for the day. Demand analysis. So, by the close of the day, we want to achieve this. We want to look at our introduction. Then we'll look at definition of demand. Then we also look at what the law of demand is. We'll also look at the demand curve. Then we close for the day. So by the way of introduction, we say demand and supply are the backbone of economics. One cannot offer economics without the studying of demand. We will be looking at supply in our subsequent topics, but for now we want to look at demand analysis. So for economics, want to study economics effectively, then you have to study demand. So demand in economics is backbone of the subject. Okay, so let's look at what demand is. Demand refers to the quantity of goods and services that consumers are willing and able to purchase at various price within a given time. So for demand to be effective, one must be able and willing to buy a product at a given price within a specific time range. So there will not be demand if one is not able to buy a product at a given price. So for example, let's say you want a phone, you want to buy a phone, but you don't have money. You wish if you could buy it, but you don't have the means to afford. That one is a one. You want it, but you don't have the means to buy. Therefore, it's not a demand. It only becomes a demand when you have money to buy it at a given price. So it will be considered as demand after you purchase the phone at a certain price. So we may mention of a price of a good and a quantity demanded of a good. So what do you mean by the price of a good in the definition? The price of a good is simply the monetary value of a product. The monetary value of a product demanded of it. Then when you talk of quantity demanded, that means the total number of items people are willing to buy. The total number of items people are willing to buy of that product is what we mean by quantity. Okay, so that is it about definition of demand. So now let us look at our next subtopic, which is the law of demand. A law of demand. What is it about? The law of demand. What is it about? So this law states that all other things being equal, the higher the price, the lower the quantity demanded, and the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. What does this mean? It means that when the price of a commodity is high, then consumers will only buy less of it because the price of it is high. They can't afford to buy much of that product. Therefore, when the price of it reduce, they will increase their quantity demanded of it because they will spend less amount of money to buy large quantity of that product. So let's look at the table below. So So from the table, you can see price, which is in cedis, quantity demanded, which is rice. So we have bags of rice. So let's look at it. So when the price of a bag of maize is 60 cedis, can see clearly that the quantity demanded of it is 2 bags, only 2 bags of it when the price is 60 cedis. Then you come down, you see the price reduce from 60 cedis to 50 cedis. Then the consumer increase by additional 2 because he have additional money to buy that amount. So in that order, then you can see clearly from the bottom when price is cheaper, 10 cedis, then the consumer buy 12 bags of rice because the price is so cheap, so he can afford to buy much of it. So that is what the law of demand is trying to say. When the quantity of a good, when the price of a good is high, then the consumer limit his consumption level of that. Then when the price reduce, the consumer rather increase his consumption level. Okay, so now let's look at what demand curve means. So we say demand curve is the diagrammatical representation of goods and services consumers are willing and able to purchase within a given time at various prices. So this one is use a diagram to represent the demand of a commodity. A diagram to represent the demand of a commodity. So let's look at the diagram below. So from the diagram, we can see the clearly price, quantity demanded, bags of maize, demand curve, and demand. You can see. So now let me point out that the demand curve slope from right to left downwards. Now from the diagram, it obeys the law of demand. It obeys the law of demand because when price of a bag of maize is 15 cedis, then the consumer buys only 10 bags. Now when it reduced from 15 cedis to 10 cedis, and from the curve, when you trace, you see that the consumer increases number of bags to 20 because price has reduced. In that order, to 5 cedis also increases to 30 bags of rice because price is very cheap at that level. Now, how do we draw this curve? So follow me and see how the curve is being drawn. So first, you draw your x and y line axis. So you go this way, you go this way, this way, this way, this way. This is our y, this is our x. Now there was 0 here. Now we draw our demand curve this way, this way. Now in that order, then we have it our price, our price, quantity, quantity. Now like this, what do you do next? So next, for next, then you have your distance from your price. You trace from the price to the demand curve, you trace to the quantity. Down, you come down again from the price axis, it says to the demand curve. You come down, down, you go down small again in that order, you go down. Now this is demand. The DD stand for demand. Now you label your prices, so don't forget the prices in cedis. Now you label it 5 cedis, 10 cedis, 15 cedis. And quantity demanded can be rice, maize, any product. So I choose maize. Now we have now so let's say we have 10 bags here, 20 bags, 30 bags. So you can see it correspond. So when price is 15 cedis, the consumer buys only 10 because price is very high. When it reduces to 10 cedis, the consumer buys 20 bags because price has reduced. When price reduces 5 cedis, you buy 30 bags because price is very cheap at that level. So that is it. That is it about man. Okay. So on this note, we have come to the end of the lecture. So let's look look at what we have done. So in a way of summary, we said demand refers to the quantity of goods and services that consumers are willing and able to purchase at a various price within a given time. So we also look at the law of demand, which states that all other things being equal, the higher the demand, the higher the price, the lower the demand, and the lower the price, the higher the demand. And we also look at the demand curve, um, which we said it is the diagrammatical representation of goods and services consumers are willing and able to buy at a given time within it, but at a given time at viral prices, at viral prices. Then we also look at demand schedule, which is a tabular form of it. So on this note, our next lecture will be on factors of demand and types of demand. Factors of demand and types of demand. Thank you. Have a nice day.